I used to be like what Bo was saying. Like if we're not connecting, like I'll kick somebody out. I won't be friends with them no more. Like you have to get out my space, get out my life because I ain't got time for that. But I realized I'm still like that now, but I kind of like I'm very subjective with it. So basically I realized that I didn't know how to communicate. So when something I don't like is happening, it's like, oh, cut instead of let's talk about it. Okay, because then when I realize, okay, let me learn how to communicate, then I realize who the person is. I go by characteristics. There's some people that's just not good. They're bad for you. They're bad for many others, right? I look at it as, okay, is this a good, genuine person? And we're just not having like common viewpoints or something like that. If you're a good, genuine person and me and you just don't, agree to some things, then that's okay. I could keep you in my life. But if you're this person that is harm, right? You're destroying the way, I don't know, like how my life is going, or you're trying to, mess things up for me, then that's when I will cut you off. But communication is very key to pretty much everything. So you learn how to talk to people, you go through your differences, and then you have these, I guess they call it boundaries. I don't really get too stuck up off of words like that because I feel like a lot of words are triggering. Just kind of like understand what the word is, look it up, and then kind of act on it. So if we're going to use the word boundaries, boundaries is just setting a standard for whoever you're dealing with. So if you're dealing with somebody that, let's say the only good they give you is having a good time, but everything else is toxic, but they're a good, genuine person. Okay, only deal with that person when you're having a good time. Don't allow them to be in other spaces in your life, right? That's just how I look at it. And that's just how it kind of should be. Because at the end of the day, all of us came from different walks of life. We're not going to be at all the same, right? So it's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Just, if you're a bad person, stay over there with the bad people. And, I'd rather just deal with you as a good, genuine person.
I will say that is when you have balances, it's definitely a part of just leadership as a whole, because you have to know how to deal with the ups and downs of other individuals and still get along with them straight face. Um, not every teammate that play together get along. There's some coaches that don't get along with their teammates, but they go out there and do one heck of a job. You don't even know that they don't even get along, you know. So you do have to have balance. Not everybody in your life should be like a echo chamber, right? There are friends who we don't agree on certain things, and we can have the longest talks on the phone about awesome things. We can talk to each other about stuff. So, I have friends who are married. I have some who are not, you know, um, it's just a balance, you know, I think that's what, that helps your psyche long term. And the boundaries, yeah, you should definitely have some boundaries, but I think that people kind of overuse that word or misuse that word boundaries. At the same time, I think boundaries is just a standard. You definitely have a standard of life. Um, but other than that, it could kind of go either way. But yeah, it's just having balance. That's what it is. Just have balance in your life, period. If you're looking at life to just go in this straight line and everything's just, going to be so perfect and all your friends are going to be happy all the time, you're not going to have one toxic girlfriend that she can't hold water, but she'd be the one that come pick you up in the middle of the night. But that's your girl. As Lady Di said, that's not to tell her nothing. You'd be like, oh, I can't tell her nothing, but if I need a ride in the middle of the night, my tire flat, she gonna be there. That's okay. So yeah, and I'll land there.
All right. Who was about to say?
I was gonna say one thing real quick. I'm so sorry. To that point, I had learned this from having experienced issues with family members. I realized that I can't, or I don't want to say I can't, because people do cut their family members off. They will cut their mom and dad off in a minute. But I'm too nice. I can't do that, right? These are the people that put me here. So I had to learn, okay, family members, I can't cut you off. So I'm forced to figure this out. So that's kind of how I landed to where I'm at now. Like, all right, let me make sure I can make this work and just not use you, but you're good for this, and that's okay. That's all I want to say.
Go ahead, Mike.
I was gonna ask Dr. Ladio, do you think that homegirl you was discussing knows that she is like horrible and everything else, so she overcompensates by being extra useful? And do you think that is worth the exchange?
Good question. Sometimes I think they definitely know that they're like that. I don't think they try to overcompensate anything at all. I think, this was somebody that I knew of many, many years ago. I think they just know. They just know that they can hold water. Matter of fact, they even crack jokes. I can't hold water. You know what I have to tell her that. and she's just an overly nice person. She's always been nice, regardless. But
okay,
yeah.
I think that might be different than what I was thinking.
Okay.
I don't think I just thought it was just.
You think that she'd just go above and beyond because I know I can't hold water and she.
Right, but I was thinking it was worse than that. Like, she's
Right.
probably like a backstabbing type of person, but you can count on her in a pinch. You know what I'm saying? But it don't sound like when you say she's real
definitely not that type. I'm not going to deal with a backstabber. That's somebody that just go make a completely total lie about you, or or be involved in gossip about you, and then see your face like, "Hey, girl." Yeah, no, not that type.
That's the ones you kick out.
Huh?
That's the ones you kick out.
Yeah.
Shit, I'll fight them too. Try it again.
Yeah, that's straight up messy. Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and get into this. Well, Brano gifted one Lapeef Network membership. Thank you, Brano.
I got a question, G. Why are we saying you can't cut your parents off? Like, you should hold your parents to a much higher standard. So if your parents are constantly hurting you, constantly doing something, you can cut them motherfuckers off too. Like, we gotta forget, man. Like, we don't owe our parents shit. Our parents owe us the same way we owe our kids. Like, that shit is weird to me. That people think that, like, oh, just because it's your mama, man, you can't do her like that. That's your daddy, man. He's struggling. No. If them people is constantly fucking with you, fucking up your mental health, making you feel bad, disrespecting you, or all of that, fuck them. Because they supposed to know better. I would give a stranger a second chance for some shit like that before I give somebody who was close to me or like my family. Like, the fuck are we talking about?
I used to think lock his ass up. I used to think that, Willie, until I realized I learned how to deal with family. So some people literally would manipulate you because you allow them to manipulate you. They know that you get ticked off at this thing. You're going to yell. They want you to yell. They want you to get mad. So you flip it and you don't react to, you're not like reacting to everything that they're doing. When you do that and you show them that you're not fazed by what they're hurting you with, they stop.
But that's the thing, though.
It is a privilege.
Let's on drugs, but
it's a privilege to be around you. It is a privilege to be connected with you. It's a privilege for them to be your parents. If they don't respect that period, being that privilege, fuck them. Like, our family is not beyond reproach. Like, and unfortunately, we have to hold our family to a higher standard than we would like strangers, because that's your mom and daddy. They had you, they raised you, and now they treat you like, if when they were little, they would have told you to let nobody else play with you like that, but then they want to be the one to do it. That's even more egregious than if a stranger did it.
But I'm not saying you around them all the time. Like,
me neither.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying, like, you keep them at a distance. You don't do everything with them. Shit, you might not even invite them everywhere, but they're still your parents. You like, you get what I'm saying? It's just a respect level. Like elders, you respect all elders.
No, you don't. You respect you respect respectable elders, the ones who respect you. The ones around here like OG Speed that's running around here just talking shit when they 75 years old. Fuck him and his mama. You don't have to respect them people.
Oh, you gonna come up here and tighten your ass up.
Sound good.
They got to drop the link.
I was not expecting that.
When have you ever seen me duck anything?
Lock his ass up. You're going to jail. You're going to jail.